Okay, let me go to the next person. Do we have Robin? Robin Sherrod?
Hi, yes, I am here.
Where's
Okay.
Robin?
Can
There's
you
Dr.
see
Robin.
me? Let me see if you can see me. Oh, yeah, here I
I
am.
see you now. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to turn the floor over to you. Are you ready?
Okay, all right.
Let me
So
just give you a
early.
little prompt. So you'll take the first 3 minutes to share about yourself, and then the next 6 minutes you have to let us know anything you want about your book.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Davis. I certainly appreciate that. I just want to also just give acknowledgement to Dr. Smiley, also Dr. Roz, and to Kingdom Glory Publishing for sharing this opportunity and allow me to be here with you on this evening. I hail from the home state of Virginia, but my military travels over the last 22 years when I was in the military, the Army. I've traveled overseas to Korea. I've been to Germany twice, and I eventually planted myself in Hawaii, and I was there for over 18 years. And Hawaii is known as, paradise, but also I experienced some pain while I was in Hawaii. One thing in particular is that I am a cancer survivor, thriver, and throughout this process, even before then, my book, which is called Soul Food, which is a 52-week spiritual journey to transforming the soul, the Lord had given me this prior to my encounter with cancer. But life was lifing at the time, and I put it on a shelf. And through life circumstances, I definitely pulled it off the shelf. And so I share that with someone on this evening, is that if you have your book and it's on the shelf, life is going to still life. And please take it off the shelf. Don't wait as many years as I did before I began to let this materialize in my life. But soul food, again, was birthed out of my own journey. I am a licensed and ordained evangelist and minister, and I accepted my calling while I was in the military. So I considered myself to be a traveling evangelist, if you will, throughout the various duty stations that the Lord had allowed me to be a part of. But one thing I did notice was that we talk about the spirit quite a bit, but it's necessary for us to acknowledge the soul, because we are spirit, soul, and body. And so that allowed me to continue my studies, and I have a doctorate in ministry, but my specialization is in faith-based trauma-informed care. And in that, again, I have began and the research and the journey of soul care. So soul food is a part of that. Again, it's a 52-week spiritual journey, prayer, and gratitude. So what is it? What will you see in this? Well, first of all, you're going to have spiritual nourishment. So each week you're going to receive a devotional. And this devotional is you have one devotional per week. And I did that intentionally so that you would be able to meditate on the word, reflect on the word, and really absorb that word. There are questions that's related, reflective questions that's related to that devotional on a weekly basis. Then you have the journey through the Bible. That's a 52-week Bible reading plan starting from Genesis to take you through Revelations. And the reason why I did that in a sequential order is that you will have the opportunity to absorb the chapter, absorb the verses, obtain revelation, and also, have the ability to say, hey, I conquered Genesis, I conquered Exodus. I read through Genesis through Revelations in 52 weeks. And then there's the prayer and gratitude journal. This was birthed out of me being a master resiliency trainer. I was trained at the University of Pennsylvania under Dr. Seligman, and one positive psychology. And one aspect of that is always hunting for the good stuff. So with the prayer and gratitude journal, you're writing down your prayers. You're also writing down gratitude. So you can go back and you can look at it. Sometimes you may have a hard time in week 32, but you can go back to week 22 and say, hey, look what happened. You know, God did something great in my life. And then there's personal growth and transformation. So you just journey through the 52 weeks. The intent, again, is for personal transformation, personal growth, and personal development. And so that's the reason why I wrote that. I wrote the book Soul Food, and what's available there for the individual. And if this resonates with you, um, I would like to invite you to obtain a copy of Soul Food. You can obtain that copy from Amazon. You can also go to my website, which is robinsherrod.com. If you're a ministry leader or event coordinator, I would love to connect with you through robinsherrod.com so we can talk more about this. This particular devotion can be utilized as an individual study. It can be utilized as a women's group study. It can be utilized as a Bible study as well, also for ministry development. So as many aspects in which this journal and gratitude soul food can be utilized. So again, I'm just thankful for the opportunity to be here. Thankful for the opportunity to share. And I'll pause right there until if you have any questions or anything additional for me. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. What an inspiration. So this was birthed, are you saying this was birthed out of your own challenges with being a cancer survivor?
It had to do with that because as being a survivor or going through any type of health challenge, not only do you have to deal with the physical elements, you also have to deal with the mental and the emotional, because that really plays a part in how your body reacts in terms of your healing process. And again, we talk a lot about the spirit, but the soul, which is the heart, the will, the emotions, is important. And those things need to be addressed. So soul food addresses that. I did not know at the time when the Lord gave me this many years before the cancer diagnosis that it was going to be a direct correlation. But as I moved through the journey, I found that it has been a direct correlation.
So not only I'm listening to it, and of course, it can be inspirational for someone who just wants to increase their faith, read a devotion that will inspire them. But this also is for a specific audience, for anyone who is going through something, specifically cancer, to find inspiration and encouragement, and someone who can walk with them through that experience by having this information available in book form, whether they want to read it by themselves or be a part of a group, a Bible study group, or just a book club group to read your materials. Do you have any other materials, or is this your first book?
This is my first book, but my work is trauma-informed care. So I have a ministry, and it's called Overcoming Soul Wounds. So within Overcoming Soul Wounds, there's soul care. And so there is the aspect of the devotional. I also do workshops, master classes. I'm going to be traveling actually in a couple of days to go to Arkansas to do a women's retreat, of which I'm going to be speaking about soul wounds. And so my second book that I'm working on is entitled Overcoming Soul Wounds.
Wow, Dr. Sherrod. Am I saying that properly, Dr. Sherrod?
Yes, Dr. Davis, you are.
Thank you very much. This has been such a blessing to hear from you, and we wish you all the best in your endeavors.
Thank you so much. Again, thank you for having me. God
You're
bless.
welcome. God bless.